Been a bit. I had to take a few days off because I had to do some stuff. But I mean, like I always say, my goal is 3 to 4 streams a week. So I've been hitting 3 pretty easily. 4's meh. 4's meh. We'll get to it eventually. I will be busy tomorrow night, so next stream will be Saturday. But I mean, why talk about next stream? You're here for this stream. This stream, we are going to be doing the mission that gives us the most units in any one mission in the game. The problem is, the vast majority of those are cross-hand units. Want to take a guess how many cross-hand units we're going to use long-term in this game? If you guess 0, I wish you were right, but you're wrong. We'll be using 1, probably, most of the game. And that'll be Ange herself, because she's the only good one. I mean, it's a little harsh, but yeah, the rest of the pilots aren't very good. But why don't we go ahead and get started? But there are some really good units mixed in with this, not just Ange. So, Cross-Ange are not the only folks we're going to be seeing today. After this is our first route split that we actually get to choose, also, and that'll be exciting. Alright. Ptolemaeus 2 Custom Briefing Room. I think I finally understand what happened. So we really are in another dimension? There are others who have met the same fate as you. And most of them seem to have come from a different Earth than the one you know. Tessa, what are we going to do now? Take Captain Hoshino up on our offer. Are you sure? As I mentioned earlier, Mithril's a mercenary group of sorts. Mithril, mercenary anti-terrorism group found to preserve peace around the globe. Their name is a fancy term for silver. Mithril. So for the time being, I think we secure the peace, resupply, and obtain info while we employ the UNESCO squad. Understood. Leave the requisite formalities to me. I'll explain the situation as well as I'm able, but please feel free to veto anything that doesn't sit right with you. Something I'm going to keep in mind, if you've been following along, and you're trying to guess what dimension Tessa comes from, and if it's linked to any of our other folks. Some folks might have made the assumption they're from our Earth. That's not possible. It's a submarine. From the original Earth we started in this game, there's no water! No oceans, I should say. At the very least. So, they kept mentioning the color of the ocean. We'll come back to that later. I'll explain the situation as well as I'm able, but feel free to veto anything that doesn't sit right with you. Thank you very much. I always find it reassuring when people are able to say that as smoothly as you just did. Is that a tactical advisor in you speaking? Something like that. Yeah, Kaname acts as tactical advisor in Mithril, even though she's civilian. As a whispered, Tessa wanted me to hear about the situation at hand. Humans with special knowledge of future technology that is yet to be developed. Unknown technology is called black technology and holds the power to greatly upset the world's current state of balance among military powers. It's for the very reason that numerous organizations divided plans to capture and use the Whispered. Mithril, meanwhile, works to rescue and defend the Whispered from such groups. So basically, she has a special future brain and can see future technology. Which is bad. Because they just want to use it to blow each other the fuck up. But as a high school student like me, it hardly deserves the title of Tactical Advisor. For now, I'll accompany you to Arsenal, though it is a place unknown to us. The base of the people fighting that huge creature. That was awkwardly worded. 12th Day non-hanger. Add 1 Captain Cutie to 1 Captain Beauty, and you're left with a world that ain't half bad for a pilot. Hey! Keep your hands off Marie, you creep. Your behavior is far from appropriate for our first meeting. What she said. They're not the only hotties on board. Lottie missing the point, but also making an excellent point. Lottie, you're kind of missing the point, dear. It's fine, Ryoko. At least he's showering us with praise. Chitose! That kind of praise you're getting ain't nothing to be smiling about, Chitose. No. He should know better than to treat a lady that way. Glass houses! But I guess it doesn't mean he's a bad guy. No, just an asshole. Well, I don't know how long I'll be here, but nice meeting you, comrades. Save the greetings until after Mithril officially contracts with UNESCO. While a group and its mission are of another dimension, there are still some things we cannot share. We're well aware of the circumstances, so don't worry about that. I'm Lieutenant Belfongan Clouseau. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure it's Clouseau, actually. The 12th Day Danon Special Response Team, SRT Commander. I'm Sergeant Major Melissa Mao. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Pleasure's all ours. Our Sergeant Major, Captain, and Tactical Advisor are really something special, aren't they? Desco's Captain Ruri is pretty young, but your world also has a share of young soldiers. Those kids are a bit special. Just be sure, there's nothing I have to say to Streak's long hair over there. I'll never forget anyone who messes with Tessa or Kaname. Got it. All the women are on defensive on both sides of the aisle. Bravo! I thought it'd be up to me to keep these fools in line, but it looks like I've got some help. That's why Ryoko knows me better than anyone. I'm Sergeant Kurtz Weber. All you ladies can trust me with anything. The guy would be the same no matter what dimension you put him in. Alright, Sosuke, you're up. Sergeant Sosuke Sagara. Pleasure to meet you. Never mind me. Lay a hand on Kaname? You'll have to answer to Sosuke here. Good to know. I see, so that's how it is. That's how what is. This seems to be an area in which Velt has little experience. I love that sort of half pity, half smug smirk Lottie gets. I love that look. You don't deny it? It's my duty to protect her, that much is true. Well, be that as it may, you could at least try to put a romantic twist on it in front of Kaname. Boy, he's as gloomy as he looks. Well, nice meeting you. So you guys also use Gundams? Sort of. We kind of inherited that one. But you know, it's really surprising to see Gundams in this world. Remember the She Gundam from the Hathaway's piloting is what they're mentioning. It appears that our world isn't the only one that has them. And there's Hathaway. Were you the one piloting that Gundam? Yeah. I'm Tobia Aronnax, piloted the Crossbone Gundam X1 at Skullheart. Hathaway Noah, test pilot of the She Gundam. Oh, they actually tell you what it stands for here. That's actually kind of convenient. She Gundam. I've heard that somewhere before. Your Gundam is a bit different from the other mobile suits I've seen. Just to keep in mind, for Tobia, where he's from, as far as continuity of the Gundam series goes, he's later in the series. By a couple hundred years, I believe? But, in his past, the events of Char Counterattack and regular Gundam happen, as well as Hathaway's Flash. If I had to say, I think it resembles my She Gundam. And this is actually a pretty good observation later in the game. Right now it doesn't. I come from a different world than the people of Celestial Being. You don't say. Why'd you board the submarine? You were the only one in a mobile suit. The She Gundam is a new model developed by Anaheim Electronics. In order to test its atmospheric performance, it was entrusted to the care of Mithra with me as its test pilot. Anaheim? Oh, sorry, Anaheim is a company from our world that develops mobile suits. Anaheim, a company that used to exist in my world. Ding, ding, ding. Tobia's putting the dots together. I just can't escape the feeling that I've seen the She Gundam model somewhere before. That's it! It was in data on 100-year-old mobile suits that old Uman showed me. Okay, so from this continuity, it's 100 years. Was something wrong? No, nothing at all. If Hathaway's world has submarines, it must also have seas. A Gundam model I know and the presence of seas. In other words, Tobia? It's possible that the submarine came here from our world's past. But if that's the case, I think I know who he is. He's Mufti Navia Aaron, an anti-Earth Federation organization, also the name of its leader. Named Naviu Aaron, a neologism derived from numerous languages, meaning righteous king of prophets. Hathaway Noah, son of Bright Noah, joined the organization as its leader, adopted the alias. Bright Noah, if you know anything about Gundam series, is a very important character. And it seems like Hathaway eventually joins an organization that's anti-Earth. Uh-oh. People that hate the Earth in the Gundam series don't tend to end well in their lives. Arsenal Command Center. Welcome to Arsenal. I'm the commander, Jill. I'm Captain Ruri Hoshino of the Nadesco B. Thank you for cooperating. It must really be something to lead a unit at such a young age. Not to mention having Celestial Being with you. We've learned much of the outside world. Naturally, everyone here is from the outside. Anyway, everyone here is a Norma. I thought so. No fooling Celestial Being, I suppose. Of course you know about this place. To an extent, yes. Well, I'll explain it again. Simply put, the Normals discovered in the founding nations have all been relocated here. That's right! This is sort of... you can think of it as sort of a prison camp in a lot of ways. Even Imperial Princess Angelise is a resident here. Why was this place created? You've encountered them, haven't you? The dragons we fight? Yada yada yada. I think we already read that, though. So they've been appearing for a long time now? Indeed they have. Those giant beings crossed time and space to get here. Fighting and killing the dragons is the duty of Arsenal and Normals. Normals are only permitted to inhabit the world as a weapon used to kill dragons. Dragons and the organization that fights them. Since the battlefield is limited, Celestial Being has insofar taken a wait-and-see approach. I never imagined the Norma connection. This point in time and space appears to be unstable. When they appear here, they always create a singular, a gateway to another world. That's why this base is established here. All the Normals born in the founding nations are gathered in this place. It's hard to imagine that many people inhabiting this one base. It's not as hard as you think. Most of us end up dying. That's what happens when we fight dragons. So yeah, the entire normal population get banished if they're discovered. The ones that are banished get thrown here. They don't last long. Not even Veda was able to figure that out. This place is completely cut off from the outside world. If we assume that the drones were guarding the secret, things get even more interesting. I've got my doubts. Oh? I can understand why you would want to hide their existence from the public. When it comes to defending mankind, wouldn't an organization like the Federation be preferable to a small fighting force? I don't have to answer that question. Everything was decided by the founding nations. Isn't that right, Inspector General? Yes, the Federation government acknowledges this as well. So the Federation government's in on it. Forgive me for not introducing myself. I'm Inspector General Emma Bronson, a monitor dispatched by the founding nations. In other words, she's the only human here who is able to use mana. Another question then. Why invite us here if you're going to Slank to keep it a secret? Dragon attacks have been particularly intense lately. Our losses are equally intense. It's only a matter of time before the dragons break through to the continent. We've reported the situation to our superiors, but they've been telling us it's up to us to do something for the time being. So to that end, we let the existence of this place leak as kind of an urgent call for help. I see. So what do you think? You don't seem easily shaken. Captain Ruri feels it too. The founding nations, the ones who control the flow of the world, are connected somehow. So remember, in this dimension, information is tightly controlled and can just up and disappear if whoever's in charge wants it to. So, an organization such as that would almost certainly be linked to an organization like Arsenal, which almost nobody's heard of. Arsenal, which they oversee directly, and the dragons, enemies from another world. They just might be the key to solving this mystery. Arsenal Hangar. Assemble! This is Zola! Captain of Arsenal's first squad. Salia. Hilda. We are getting a new recruit. Let me assure you, it's a good one. And Ange! Hey, Ange. She's got a handgun. It's kind of hard to see with the thing covering it, but yeah, it's under her left. I was gonna say armpit, but you know that's not what's gonna help you know where it is. So yes, it's under her left boob. You don't mean the princess, do you? But isn't it a little early for her to be assigned? She only arrived 3 days ago. This is Chris and Hilda. We're making an exception. She used to get preferential treatment with everything. I prefer not to, really. Well, aren't you stubborn? Let's introduce ourselves. Welcome to Cursed First Squadron. I'm Captain Zola. Cash rules all here. And here's my other favorite part of the Cross-Ange series. Capitalism. Ugh. Buy equipment with the money you earn and pay your way out of trouble if you break the rules. If you want to survive, you'll do whatever it takes to earn money. I have no intention of lowering myself to that level. Ha! You really are stubborn. Officer Salia, introduce others. Yes, ma'am. First Squadron, Executive Officer Salia. Here we have Vivian, the Charge Attack Trooper. Howdy! Hilda. Light Gunner Rosalie, Heavy Gunners Chris and Ursha. Sorry, that was Rosalie. I think I called her Hilda earlier. I'm an idiot. Pleasure. Hey. These things, are they all Normas? See, she earns a little bit of sympathy by being anti-capitalist for a second there. And then immediately loses it by calling people things. These things? Huh. Are we Normas to be treated like objects? By this amateur? Yes, we're all Normas like you are. Let's be friends. No, I'm a princess of the Mitsurugi Empire, Angelis Ikaruga Mitsurugi. I'm most definitely not a Norma. But you can't use mana, can you? Only because Light of Mana doesn't reach here. It's another story if I return to the Empire. Wow, Commander. Some treat you gave us. This defect has no idea what's going on. Are we just gonna let this defect boss us around? Ouch, that hurt. That really hurt. You're the defects. Know your place, fallen princess. Okay, everyone, that's enough. Huh? We should tie this ugly piece of garbage up while we still can. She's not all that ugly. No, in fact, she's very beautiful. That's Coco. Oh, come on, quit it, Coco and Miranda. Play nice with our new recruit. We're all Normas after all. You've already lowered me to your level, so what are you going to make me do? I told you, didn't I? We fight dragons. You did very well in the simulator. I'll be of use to you in actual combat. That's because it resembled Aria, a sport in the world of Cross-Ange, in which two teams face off to try to score points by getting a ball in the other goal. Players play in pairs, with two people riding each of the motorcycle-like machines that fly using mana. One player pilots, while the other uses a stick to carry the ball. This is Angelis paired with Momoka and was one of the sports star athletes. They kind of sit in their vehicles almost like it's a motorcycle as well. So it does fit. Like, they're not complete. It's not completely out of left field. I think the series introduces it decently, I think, as far as I can remember from the clips I've seen. Trust me, I know. You're more than just a pretty little princess. Huh? Try to stay alive, okay? I'll shower you with affection if you do. Affection? Pleasures you never knew existed. And here's where they get wonderfully creepy! Yes, several of the girls in Arsenal are gay. This is how they choose to portray one of them. Goody. Captain? I forget that you're too serious to discuss that sort of thing. Well, do your best, Ange. Prove your worth and you'll be paid for it. And that will allow you to live. What is it? I know it's tough, but let's do our best. As a team. That's Coco. I'm Miranda. You were assigned here a day earlier. So what? Well, let's try to get along as fellow recruits. Yeah, let's be friends. But, do you disapprove, Ange? My name is Angelis. Okay, Angelis it is. First time we see her smile. This is bad. The battle deployment alarm. Dragons. Perfect. Ange, Miranda, Coco. This will be your very first battle. First battle? You were assigned here because you can fight. End of discussion. Hey, Salia! Salia! Sorry, just saw something weird. What? Quiz time! Which recruit will be the first to die? Did you think she was gonna be a nice girl? No, she's as much of a horrible person as the rest. It's our duty to train people to avoid dying, you know. Good point. What the heck is going on? All units, stand by in assault mode. I'm in command. Captain Zola will wait in the rear with the recruits. You lonely, Hilda? How about Rosalie and Chris? All three of you worship the captain. Well, I just don't get the fallen princess. Why is she here? Captain's orders. Whatever, she talks big, now we'll find out if she can back it up. I doubt she'll do more than wet herself. Talking about your first battle, Rosalie? Enough talking, the enemy is approaching. Dragons! So many of them. We're not having the outsiders help? The captain refused, didn't want to rely on outsiders. That's the Arsenal's strongest squad, Captain. So cool. Try not to sully her name. The enemies are Schruner class. This should be a piece of cake. I guess that means we can do whatever. Ange. It's natural. You've never seen one up close. But like I've said, Ange, here, the commander's orders are law, and desertion is punishable by death. I'm not asking much. Just focus on protecting yourself back there. See, Salia's... Like, you kind of warm up to Salia a bit here. Because she's like... She understands. This is fucked up. She just wants her to survive long enough so that she can take care of herself in future battles. But she's also trapped in the same situation everyone else is. She's essentially a slave fighter. She doesn't have a choice. All units attack. Follow me. Charge! Alright, no SR point. Any ally unit defeated. Beat all enemies. Notice how it's 14 question mark? There's a reason for that. Don't worry for now, though. For now, let's show off some of these units. This is Hilda in the Glaive Hilda Custom. She has Mail Rider, the one that gives money, potential, fighting spirit, and guard. Increased focus by 10 and final accuracy 10, final evasion 10 when sorting. So basically, she gets more focus. Nothing terribly special about her unit. She has the Strike Lance Pedal Cross. Chris in the Hauser Chris Custom. We've seen what her unit's like because we've seen our friend Ursha here. Oops. And this is Rosalie in the Glaive Rosalie Custom. Shoulder twin cannons are her specialty. Who else? Everybody else we've pretty much seen. Now this is Ange in the Glaive. No custom, no nothing yet. She's a newbie. She doesn't get anything fancy. You have no idea what her first skill is. You'll see that a lot in certain characters that grow as you play the game. Max SP is increased by 75% when sorted. Final accuracy and evasion by 15. So good at hitting, good at dodging. She also only has 2 abilities, because again, no custom. Alright, let's get close and start beating stuff up. Quiz desu. Knocking down the mobility of these dragons, especially on your first playthrough, is pretty freaking useful. Keeps them from avoiding your stuff and makes it harder for them to hit you most of the time, I believe. Okay. Let's use her specialty. Just show it off. Notice how the music's not changing yet? It's kind of the just generic music. Yeah, she's got a special sword. Ouchie. Actually hit me. I'm surprised. I'm gonna get her close enough. Oh, whatever. Just finish it off. I was gonna get her close enough for the command aura, but then she can't hit anything except the weakened unit. Get her a little closer, actually, so we can choose one. Bye, Durgan! Close as I'm getting you. Close as I'm getting you. Close as I'm getting you. Okie doke. Not using many EXE stuff because I'm just, you know, taking it slow because this mission is not a big deal. Pew pew pew! Missed! She had like a 90% chance to hit. That's a shame. Okay, well... I'm gonna actually have her use Persist in case she gets hit. Just in case. Just checking a few things real fast. Want to make sure my tweets and stuff went through. Boom, Diana! See, like I said, these units' design is actually pretty cool, and they can do some cool things, especially later on. They're kind of meh attack-wise right now, except for a few notable exceptions like that one. But they don't really go big. They kind of stay with keeping things relatively tame. Remember, these freeze bullets are limited ammo. So if you're planning on using some of these cross-hand ladies, you might consider giving them save B for save bullets. Because that gives them more ammo for these types of weapons. Zero in. Let's freeze bullet. Not bad, not even a crit. Owie! So Ursha is like one of the only units that gets spirit commands she can actually use on other units. Because the Crash Edge people tend to be very selfish. I just think that's kind of a neat way of showing that for the game. Yeah, they're kind of surrounding us. Oh! Interesting mechanic they never tell you about in the Super Robot Wars series. If you have a unit on all four sides of an enemy unit, they get, like, decreased evasion, and I think they take more damage. So if you've got, like, a really strong unit that you need to weaken or to have a better chance of fighting, literally surrounding them is an option. But it hits the other way as well. So, don't get caught. Okay, 0N. Yeah, that's the problem with these shooter-class dragons. They can't hit you very well if they're under range. So they're pretty one-note.
見せてやるよ、ヒルダ様のカスタム機の力を。
Cross. Okay. I should more than... Yeah, I can kill everything here. I just need to be a little clever. This could actually miss, though. And then my plans are messed up.
Blood-Spattered で勝負だ。こっちの
Cool. Literally. Didn't mean that joke. Oops. Let's see if we can get Ange a kill, shall we? With that, let's give her more experience for doing it. No, get away! Get away! Yeah, Ange is kind of freaking out. Hey, look at that! First kill for Ange! And 2 levels! Yay! Way to go, Ange! I knew you were good from the simulator, but I didn't think you'd take combat so quickly. It was a little one, anyone could handle that. This paramale kind of resembles Arya. And what is this strange feeling? Who knows? Spooky. Anyway. This unit hasn't taken any damage. Multi-action. I'm gonna need her to do some work. Yeah, she should be able to kill all 3 of those, though. So let's freeze bullet you to soften you up. Oops. Overkill. Meant to soften him up, not kill him. Oh well. That's fine. That gives Ursha a chance to kill you. If she hits... Okay. Lucky me. It hit. Captain! So you survived, Ange. Your eyes. You felt the exhilaration of battle. What? Whether it's blowing away an iron arm, it stirs your instinctual lust for battle. That's what it means to be a Norma. You fight, Ange. You fight to burn away your discontent. You've been frustrated, enough to shatter that hypocritical world of yours. Silence! I am not a Norma! Watch out, a big one is coming! Galleon class! No! Where are you going, Ange? Going back! Back to the Mitsurugi Empire! You idiot, that paramale only has enough fuel for battle. Leave her. We've got dragons to worry about. Ange! Wait, Coco! Angelise, please take me with you! How could you say that, Coco? I want to go to Angelise's country and be with her. Ah! Coco! She did. No! Help me! Soshi! Coco! Miranda! Yeah, this is one of those anime where they kill off characters that are nice to people. Because they were nice to people. just to make it tragic and twist the knife in the character's back. No, no! Ange, distract the enemy! She wasn't telling Ange to distract the enemy, she was saying, Ange! Oh no, distract the enemy kind of thing. Better crush this boss quickly. No! What are you doing? Get away! No! That was her, like, freaking the fuck out. She was really having, like, a mental breakdown in the middle of battle. And she was, like, trying to shake... She was just trying to, like, beg with the captain to, like, stop everything and got in the way! So this is Ange's room in Arsenal. Hey, look! An outfit that's at least better at covering certain parts of her body. You're finally awake. Was it all a dream? If only that were true. Who are you? I'm Maggie, the Arsenal's military doctor. You've been asleep for 3 days now. I see. 4 paramil units damaged, and 3 male riders dead. The remains of the 2 recruits have not been recovered. We even failed to kill the dragons. All that is because you deserted us. How's it feel, princess? You miraculously made it out with a few scratches. Solo's death was a sloppy mess. Hilda and Rosalie are calling you a murderer. Murderer? But Normas aren't human. Almost felt for her, didn't ya? Don't worry, they do that a lot. This one might be beyond saving. You can move, right? Come with me. Where are we going? You have a duty to perform. Arsenal Cemetery! 3 graves at once. I feel bad about rushing you, Jasmine. It's fine. This is my duty on the Arsenal when I'm not doing business. I'm better to mourn now than later. You're to carry 3 tombstones, Ange. Huh? The survivors built the tombs of the fallen with their own money. Capitalism! Basically, if they find you at fault for someone dying, you pay for the funeral services, and then you have to physically carry the gravestone to each of the graves, so you don't forget your responsibility. Don't worry, you can pay the rest later. Zola Axberg, Coco Reeve, Miranda Campbell. They all had fine names. Daughters of Arsenal. Their names were returned when they died. The real names their parents gave them. Zola. While she was a little quick to violence, she always looked up for her comrades. So what's going to happen now? What am I supposed to do? Fight and kill dragons. That's it. What is a dragon anyway? Why do I have to kill them? I've gone over this already. You're a weapon that kills dragons. That's how us Normas are allowed to live. Why? The world has soldiers, why us? I suppose somebody up there likes watching the dragons and us kill each other. That's why we have been left here in Arsenal to fight a war that nobody knows about. The Normas die to protect the shallow world you call home. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything. And here's where they actually make a decent point. If you live in a society that is functional only through the suffering of other people, even if you don't know you're benefiting from it, you're still partially responsible for benefiting from it. And I said that this show comes really close to being good sometimes. But don't worry, give it 10 minutes and they'll pull the rug right out from under you again. Now it's your turn. No way! Can't I at least use a little mana? I don't know. Can you, Ange? It's deemed perfectly acceptable by people outside the founding nations. Why is this absurdity forced on Normas? You should know it best, being a founding nation's leader. You are only here because of your own rules. It is absurd, that's for sure. Coco was barely 12 years old. Close but still mixed. Hey, Snivy Cyndaquil. Yeah. I've been having a lot of fun making fun of Cross Ange stuff for the past 2 sessions, but yeah, it's like I said, they get real close sometimes. But yay, child soldiers! I mean, I would make fun of them for that, but we have Gundams, and Gundam loves child soldiers. So, not in the sense they're like, yay about it. It's like they're trying to constantly make a comment about how awful being a child soldier is, how much it messes you up, how they're constantly manipulated and taken advantage of in war and yada yada. Like, Gundam makes that point. The problem is they make that point a lot. Yeah, right here, it's just another, hey, look how tragic this is. Stab, stab. See how tragic it is? She was only 12. Twist knife, stab, stab. There's a difference between Gundam, which presents it as an actual issue most of the time. They fumble a lot here and there. And Cross Ange, which does it specifically as a tool to, like, cynically get to your emotions. Only 17. Same as my sister, Sylvia. No, she's nothing like Sylvia. She's not! Normas aren't human. Then what does that make you? You're no princess. Have no mana. Perform no duties. Who are you to desert us in battle and send 2 young comrades to an early grave? I'm... Dragons incoming. Stand, Ange. Fight. I'm... brain dead? The world is unfair and unreasonable. Your only choice is life or death. Kill them and avenge your comrades. Or die. The choice is yours. Then please kill me. This is just too hard to bear. No. Fight and die like they did. That's your duty. It's simple, really. If death is what you seek, we'll prepare the perfect coffin for you. Fucking cold. The real Scenario 14. Blood-Spattered Wings. The last one was basically just a prelude. Alright, let's sortie out. We only get to choose 10 units for this fight. So, we get 2 extras. As you can see, we now have a bunch of the Cross Ange ladies. So you can grab any of them you want. I only have room for 2 more units. Do I have representation from most series? I do. Let's get the She Gundam out here. This is actually a tough choice. Let's go ahead and grab Salia. It's finally time to ask the outsiders for help. This is the actual, like, 3D view of the Arsenal base. It's very bare bones from above. Everything is below it, as you can tell from that little hangar that's sort of recessed into the side of the area. We really don't have a choice. We lost a lot of Arsenal's firepower in the previous battle. We even lost Zola thanks to that damn fallen princess. But inviting outsiders in is a sign that command is losing its touch. Though I see it as a great opportunity for me. So we're finally gonna fight dragons. Are we gonna fight the enemy here? We make for quite a crazy unit. A mixed force from 3 dimensions, and some of those paramail weapons. It's Tierra's decision. Those units aren't anything like our mobile suits. They seem to have been built with tech systems. My investigation has revealed to me that my X1 and Hathaway's She Gundam use the same tech systems. But that must mean that Hathaway came from our world's past. What's wrong, Tobia? No, it's nothing. Everything is okay. Superfluous preconceptions must be tossed aside. That person before me is Hathaway Noah. I think I better talk to Chose when this battle is over. Radar response. Here they come. This response. It includes mobile suits from our world. What? Here's some of the good boys! There! It's the Double Zeta! Is that Judo on board? Hathaway! Hathaway Noah! Judo! Judo! Sorry, I probably mispronounced his name. Whatever. He's awesome! Say hello! To Judo Ashta of Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta! Young civilian who lived on this Side 1 colony of Shangri-La. Supports himself and his little sister Lena with his junk business. Hey! And Beecha! Thanks! No more getting chased by that monster. And Ellie! I think it's Ellie, at least. Works as a junk dealer on Shangri-La also, chiefly in charge of intelligence gathering within the group. We'll get Beecha's description after that, but it's basically the same. And Rue! Please respond. We are Londo Bell's Mobile Unit Squadron. Volunteer soldier with AEUG. Rue transfer. I think it's Rue, because I'm fairly certain the X is silent. Transfers Double Zeta Gundam Core fighters to the Argama. She is known for her distinctive pilot suit, which is adorned with shooting stars. Captain Tessa, look. Yes, they're from our world. This is Commander Testarossa, the captain of Tuatha De Danann. I'll explain the situation later. Please take care of that dragon first. Locating both the Tuatha De Danann and Hathaway means the mission is complete. Pull it together, Beecha. There's no time to be spouting such nonsense. Blue seas and an incoming dragon. Nothing normal about this, but still. I don't think they're gonna go down easily. Everyone give it your all. You got it. The Jedi liked the response. Double Zeta and the She-Gundam. That could only mean... All units attack. Please don't forget the Arsenal is right behind us. Is everyone ready? We're gonna protect Arsenal. Huh, Salia. Salia is really in high spirits since her promotion to commander. Alright. We finally got our SR points. Clear the map within 4 turns. Ruri, Sumeragi, and Tessa each have to defeat at least 2 units. So our battleships have to do work. So why don't we get started with doing work? Do I have anything to make it easier for you to hit this turn? The hardest one to get kills is Tessa. So let's just zoom in as far as we can. Because she don't fly. She has to stay in the ocean. Don't have anything there. So move forward. I usually don't like using EX points on battleships like this. In this sort of way. Or using Trans Am this early in a fight. But like you read, we gotta kill some Durgans. So, yeah. Let's get to killing Durgans.
私の予測が間違っていなければ敵機近づいてきてるですトレミ砲撃開始
了解だ砲撃開始
Boom Diata! 1 kill down. Okay. Let's start getting our units closer. First, let's look at some of our new guys. This is Beecha of the Hayaku Shiki. He is a level 2 new type, potential 5, and protection. Increased damage dealt by 10% against enemy units with less than 50% hit points. So, Beecha likes to finish them off. Comes with a beam coat, which is basically just barrier. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing terribly fancy as far as attacks go. We'll get to that later. And this is Ellie of the Gundam Mark II. New type, potential fighter spirit, spirit command encouragement, now costs 30 SP. That's a really good spirit command later. Has a shield. A non-energy shield, just a physical shield. Otherwise, pretty standard. This is Rue in the Zeta Gundam. Know anything about Gundam series? You know that there's another pilot of the Zeta Gundam. But for now, she's the one in charge. After battle, cast Spirit Command Cheer on pilots provided with support attack. So if she performs a support attack, other units get Cheer. Which means they get extra experience on their next kill. Next attack, I mean. Lots of attacks! This is one of the mainline Gundams. Then, last but certainly not least, Jidao and the Double Zeta Gundam. Hey, Fluffernuff! Double Zeta Gundam! It's like the Zeta Gundam, but more Zeta. He gets increased money and attack points gained by 20%. That power part you have that gives increased attack and money, guess who's a good pilot for that? He comes with beam coat as well, but he also has a physical shield. And the VR, what's the VR stand for again? Oh, he can transform. Right. Yeah. He comes with a map attack, but it's also a decent close range attack. Double beam rifle, pretty long range. He gets more long range stuff as we go on. Zeta squared. And if you want to transform him, you can transform him into the G-Fortress. The G-Fortress has more movement, but obviously far less attacks. You can transform him back and forth, but if you end his turn, he's stuck whatever form he's in. So if you want to move faster by being the G-Fortress, you can't transform him back once you're done moving until the next turn. Same goes for the Zeta Gundam and the Wave Rider. As you can see, far less attacks. Far less powerful attacks as well. He's a friend and a plane friend! Exactly! He is a plane friend! Okay, let's start moving folks closer. I'm gonna be a little conservative with how I'm attacking, because, like I said, we need the battleships to get attacks, to get kills. So, yeah. No. Goodness, Sasuke! Sasuke zooms! So yeah, this turn, not doing many attacks, just moving folks in. Come at me, bro! Bye-bye! Okay, I'm gonna use a weaker attack and hope I don't kill it. You want to soften them up. God damn it! Chitose! Chill! Stop being so amazing! Okay, that is the best ability. Zero in. Yeah, let's zero in case other units decide they want to try and hit her. What in the world is going on? Is it because of the magnetic storm? Far more than just an hour. Fluff enough, you missed the last scenario of the previous stream. We're in the Cross-Ange plot, where there are dragons. The situation is as desperate as they come. Don't worry, literally everybody was surprised there were dragons, except for some of the people from Cross-Ange. Most of the people from Cross-Ange are still, what the fuck, they're dragons? Because they're hidden. Such a quick, short attack, but it's got so much style. You know that the Super Robot Wars folks love Gundam. They put so much love into the animation for their attacks. Yeah, Fluff enough, in one scene for the Cross-Ange characters, I had 3 heavy sighs into the mic because of how stupid it was. I'm now the first squadron commander. I will not fail my mission. I will meet their expectations, the expectations of Jill and Electra. Good luck with that, Salia. We also got our first introduction into the Full Metal Panic series. So, but I only have 1 unit from their series. Well, 2 technically, because Tessa and her submarine. But yeah, so I'll show Sasuke off in a bit. Oh, speaking of, time to show him off. I'm actually gonna have him use Raid because I didn't get to show that attack off last time. I think I did show this off, actually. Maybe? Yep. I mean, for all of Raid Shadow Legends, absolutely fair criticism people levy towards it, it does pay streamers real well. They actually appreciate content creators. But yeah, it deserves some of the, it deserves some of that criticism, to be sure. Okay, I'm gonna analyze. No, I don't need to analyze you. Analyze YouTube. Analyze a skill that makes it so the enemy's easier to hit and takes more damage. I'm hoping I can one-shot this, since I do not have any skills to increase my damage. So yeah, we now have 2 battleship captains that are young girls with white hair who are in charge of military organizations they probably have no business being in charge of. Yeah. Don't worry, the game made the same comparison I just did. Well, it's not just how much they pay them. I've heard creators who actually, you know, took advantage of that, of their marketing, and actually were like, no, their community management and like streaming interactive team and stuff like that were all really good. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you a trick. Persist. Map attack. I hope this deals as much damage as I think it does. Not that much damage. Yeah, map attacks don't tend to be huge damage. But because I use Persist, my own unit barely felt anything. If you use attacks that like are 100% dodge, they work on map attacks as well. That's fair. I mean, like I said, Raid Shadow Legends deserves a lot of the criticism it gets. Absolutely. I'm just saying that, like, there is a slightly other side to the coin.
GN キャノン発射。
Okay, that's 2 kills for them. Let's start showing off some of our new units, shall we? Joe. Actually... darn it, let's just get him close in and use his post movement. I have no idea what's going on, but that's no excuse for a Gundam team leader. Don't worry guys, I'll get us out of this. Yeah, except the shiny nickel can actually pay your rent for a moment. Okay. Alright, let's see the Zeta Gundam in action. I'm enjoying the blue seas and all, but I wish these lizards would give us a break. I have no idea where this is, but I've got to deal with the situation at hand.
女だからって甘く見てると怪我するわよ。この一撃で終わりにさせてもらうわよ。落ちなさい。
Yeah! Zeta Gundam just pulls out a gigantic plasma rifle and attaches it to its chest, and just fires. You stand by for now. Let's show off the She Gundam. Let's show off. No, don't get to use any of his good attacks. Arsenal hangar. Jill. Preparations are in order. So you're sending her out there? I mean, really? Maintenance foreman of the Paramount Squadron. Basically, she's just in charge of maintenance. Yes. What are you talking about? This is your unit. It looks pretty old. A decrepit engine and insane energy restraints. This piece of junk could fall apart in any moment. Isn't it perfect for someone with a death wish? Its name is Vilcus. I can die in this thing and become Angelise again. A final act of mercy. I'll return this to you before you die. They kind of glossed this over this a bit earlier, but when you join Arsenal, they kind of shorten your name and give you a nickname, and you're stuck with that until you die. They only give you your old name back from the original, from the rest of the society after you die. The ring my mother gave me. And they also took her ring because they took all of her possessions. Go and fight. Mother, you'll soon have your Angelise back. A flying column? These monsters are actually capable of strategic combat? Oh no, they're approaching Arsenal. Something's coming. That paramail. In case you didn't notice, that paramail is not humanoid like the rest of them. Fallen Princess, what is she doing here? She's dead. I'll avenge my sisters. Hold on. It looks like she came here to die. Huh? This should be entertaining. The death of our fallen princess. Whoa, what's with that unit? Salia, that paramail, exciting, isn't it? That... Why'd you give that to Ange, Jill? Soon I can say goodbye. She dodged it. Was that reflexes? No, that was instinct. It's no use. One more time! What is she doing? This is bad. I need to die. What are you talking about? And here's why I really like Judo in this series, in this game. Because, yeah, he's a good boy. You keep saying you want to die, but your actions say otherwise. That's why your body keeps moving. I guess I want to live. I can see it. Your instincts are choosing life. But it's only natural. Those who are alive don't easily throw their own lives away. The biosensor ability. Basically his way of new typing with other people. What's that? The will of that Gundam pilot. I sense life. I'll live. I want to live. That's what I want. My mother's dying words. Live on, Angelise. Oh shit! It's a transforming vehicle! Vilcus has awakened! Whoa. I don't want to die. Oh. I'll let her say it. The Vilcus!
私は生きる。どんな手を使ってでも。
I did it! What was that? Way to go, Ange! Such a powerful life force. Is she an innovator? Could be. The enemy seems shaken. You're out of options. Attack with everything you've got. Ange, you... I want to live. I'll fight to live. Alright! New defeat condition is Ange is defeated. We gotta keep her alive. Say hello to her new unit, the Vilcus. Still don't know what her first ability is, but otherwise everything's the same as we saw in last scenario. She has the Density Blade, which we just saw in the Freeze Bullet. So basically, she's about the same as the other units for now. Alright, let's get this party finished up for our turn at least. Actually, I keep forgetting this mission kind of sucks because I don't get to show her off very much because I have to wait until the battleships get all their kills. But let's still show off one attack. This unit's... Let's soften up a unit. Mother, I'm still alive. Princess Angelise is dead, but I'm still alive. Plus, I actually dig the music. Good luck with your 0% chance to hit me. Okay. Honestly, except for moving a couple of units closer... Alright, let's weaken this one first. I'll kill it, probably. Kinda reminds you of Atelier. I haven't played too much of the Atelier series. It just didn't strike my interest. I've seen other people play it, but I can see the comparison to music. That's why Lock-On's in the party.
そうラッキーパンチは続かねえさ。
ガンダムの動きに合わせる。ポジトロンカノンで行くわよ。超人補正。OK です。直撃いけ。
If you kill a unit with a support attack, the unit that actually got the kill, i.e. the supporting unit, gets credit for the kill. But the original unit gets the experience and money. Well, the money goes to everybody, but you know what I mean. So, just as an FYI. All I've seen... Well, yeah, there's a reason for that, Fluffernuff. The original Lock-On was a sniper. This Lock-On doesn't snipe very often. He uses artillery, like you said. The original Lock-On died. This is his brother, who took over. Oh, right! You don't fly unless you transform. Okay, I have to be careful with this, because if I don't have units far enough in, then I'm going to miss out on kills, and you don't have... Oops, objectives. Yeah, you have to clear the map in 4 turns, so... I still have 2 turns, which is a lot. But... yeah. And okay. Hyper Mega Launcher? Yeah, let's show this off. Like, this version of Lock-On himself says, I kind of prefer the spray and pray approach, essentially.
あれちょっとまずい展開になってきちゃったかな。女だからって甘く見てると怪我するわよ。このハイメガランチャーで落ちなさい。
Oh, this is the one I already showed off. Damn it. I was thinking of the other attack. Yeah, let's weaken it. In the the actual series for Cross-Ange, all the characters are animated traditional 2D style, but all the mechs are CG. So, as you kind of probably noticed if you were watching closely to that transformation sequence that we got. Randomly fire it in a completely wrong direction. Don't worry, she's fine. I'm just gonna defend because I need to keep some units weakened for the big guns. Let's get that. No. This one. Oops. Yep, that's your best attack. Good. Persist. Gosh darn it, leave her alone. Ooh, Beam Confuse. Beam Confuse is just one of the classic abilities of the Zeta. And this is something that the original Zeta pilot just kind of came up with on its own. Yep. Okay, is that the best you've got? Yeah, because you don't have very much range. Sorry about that if you heard that. That was my phone going off. Okay. Need to give you one more kill. Need to give you 2 kills, which we can do pretty easily. Okay, first off, Spirit. Getting you the fuck away. Actually, let's have you attack first. I'm gonna have you kill this target. So it isn't often. I mentioned this earlier in this series where you have characters that specialize at naval combat, because you don't do it often. The only reason we're right now forced to use any naval combat rather than flying over all the water is because it's literally a submarine. Okay, put you over here. Just want to check. Yep, it is the range I thought it is. So you go over here. Freeze bullet, just to show it off.
相手が何だろうと敵なら戦うまでよ。氷結バレツ装填。落ちなさい。
Yeah, don't worry, they're not locked to water for long. Because eventually, we're going to go back to space. And, we might have to come up with an interesting solution to that problem. Gain. Attune. Map attack! Should get 2 kills easy.
なでしこならいけます。なので行きます。敵陣中央にグラビティブラストを撃ちます。スタンバイ OK ですよ、艦長。ハーリー君、出力は最大でやっちゃってください。
Boom, baby. That's 2 kills for each of our battleships. Get closer. Oh right. We still have to technically beat the mission. We have to clear the map. Just to be absolutely certain, 2 kills next to score there, 2 kills next to score there, 2 kills next to score there. And there's only 2 more units. Final missile time! Yeah, because the ropes will survive atmospheric entry or re-entry. We have folks who are low on levels that I'm actually terribly concerned about. Velt could use a kill. Question is, can Velt get a kill? Oh well, you know what? We haven't fought enough dragons with swords yet. Good, that was pretty much perfect. All right. Finish him off if you would. Grab cheer. Grab bless. You did in the last scenario. I mean, you're not far off. The drive wheel is literally the steering wheel of a train, sort of. Like, they obviously don't need wheels in the traditional sense because they just follow a track. But there's some other use for it, and I don't remember off the top of my head right now what it is. Okay. Tobia, can you finish this one off? Nah, it's got too much health. But Setsuna also needs experience, so... Trans Am.
世界の敵ならば戦うまでだ。ご覧だ。しろ。行くぞ。
Alright, and Tobia is going to get the kill. Beam Zamba. I don't have enough SP for giving him gain and fortune. Oh well.
海賊には海賊のやり方がある。これが海賊流だ。
During your first playthrough, if you're trying to get this SR point, it can be tricky. You don't want to hold back nearly as much as I did, obviously. You're going to want your units to be softening up everybody as much as possible. Alright, SR point got. Destruction of enemy organisms confirmed. So we won, thanks to her improvisation. So that's Angelise Ikaruga Masurugi. No, that's not the princess over there. I've never felt this sensation. It's so exhilarating. No, this isn't like me. Killing because I want to live. So dirty, so despicable, so selfish. That's Norma. And that's me. And that means... Arsenal Hangar. Judo! Everyone! You had me worried, Hathaway. I say that, but when we were searching for you, we apparently almost needed a search party for ourselves. So you're from Londo Bell's unit. What's going on here? We have no idea! We got caught up in a storm at sea and suddenly found ourselves on clear blue seas. Let's introduce ourselves. I'm Rude Luca. I'm Judo Ashita. That's Bicha and L. I've heard that name before. So your Gundam team was the AEUG Corps fighting force during the first Neo-Zeon War. An anime protagonist that makes you a murderer. Oh, we're more famous than I thought. We heard reports that Danon testing G Gundam had been lost in the Pacific Ocean, and were dispatched to search for it. The rest is as I explained earlier. Next thing we knew, it was all blue seas. Yeah, the same thing happened to us. Well then, welcome again to this dimension's Earth. This dimension's... Earth? I understand your reaction, but it's the truth. That storm seems to be like a hole that connects our world to this one. Just call it a wormhole. Commander Chidori of that opinion. And because the dragons appeared when we teleported, we believe there's a connection there as well. So the biggest question remains, can we go back? Right. Unfortunately, we don't have an answer for you. For now, we're trying to keep safe and get a handle on the situation. What's to become of Earth without the Gundam team and Mithril? Not worth speculating on that for now. I know, but still. What do you think, Chichose? Maybe it's just a coincidence? Remember Tobio's going to talk to us about something. But Double Zeta Gundam, Hyakushiki, Gundam Mark II, She Gundam? Those suits were used in our world 100 years ago when Amuro Ray was around. Gundam. It all started with the one-year war model, RX-78. The incredible success of the RX-78 solidified the Gundam name, which would only be bolstered by successor models. We appreciate your extensive knowledge. Try to give us a hand here. I know about their units too. I looked up Gundam in the military database. I don't think it's the case that they came from our world's past, though. But, you know, I asked Kaname. and she said a disaster made their seas red. Huh. If something like that happened 100 years ago, surely there'd be records of it. And this is what I was hinting at earlier. And isn't it strange that mobile suits from 100 years ago exhibit virtually the same performance capability as your skull heart? Huh. You have a point. You seem bothered by the resemblance of our Gundam to those of your world. Who are you? I'm Kaname Chidori. I'm basically Danan's technical advisor. Remember, she also has future science brain. Not even with a real title? Getting back to the Gundam topic, quick change of subject. You seem to think that Jidou's team's Gundams are the foundation of yours. I, on the other hand, think technology of your Gundams influenced the Gundams of our world. What does that mean? Sorry, it's just my intuition speaking. But it's the best I've come up with. What was that all about? Remember, their world has people who can link up to the science of the future, basically. There are many people in there, and what this is trying to imply is that they might be able to reach cross dimensions as well as time. Well, it's an interesting approach. This kid seems to have an engineer's intuition. Looks like you're an everyday kid, but that tactical advisor title isn't just for show. We should hurry back to Yamato and get Officer Sonata to investigate. Good point. Well, you know, I'm just praying they're not our ancestors. Yeah, I think the same when I see Hathaway. That princess we've heard about doesn't appear to be here. None of the male riders are here, actually. Heard they were an all-girl fighting force and thought we might be able to get along. Don't get along with them! Terrible idea. That's exactly why Kurtz and Silverado were heading over there. You both were already warned about flirting with girls from another dimensions. Arsenal Cemetery. Goodbye, father, mother, brother, and Sylvia. As I cut my hair, I leave everything behind me. Yep, that old anime trope where they cut their hair to represent a change in their personality or outlook. You can't see it right now, but I have a very tired look on my face. All that I have left is the song that my mother taught me. Eternal Story, the song that protects us and shows us the way. This is just how she looks when she's singing. But we don't get the actual, vocals. We just get the track. Mother, I have nothing left. I don't need anything. My name? Nothing. Coco, Miranda, Captain, your deaths can't be in vain. I'll do whatever it takes to stay alive. I'll drink mud. I'll crawl through the dirt. I'll cough up blood. I will live. Kill to live. I'm gonna have to fight against that goddamn track, though, when I upload this to YouTube. Fun. Anyway. And that's the end of that. Now, we're actually gonna be in between doing what's called a sub-scenario. We are gonna be choosing on a route split where to go. Good news for folks who are doing this as a first playthrough. On this route split, it actually doesn't matter which side you choose. You will not lose any secret. It is just whose story do you want to follow. Unless, you have to be careful, if you take one of the route splits, if you want to get a secret scenario, the members of the Brave Express Corps have to have a combined kill count of 60 by the end of the route. If you take the route I'll be doing, they only need a combined kill count of 50. As a heads up, that's the only difference as far as whether or not you get secrets. Everything else is just story. That being said, we've got a lot of new units. So that's a lot of people to customize. First, the Zeta Gundam. Boom. All skills for the pilot increase by 10 when Biosensor is active. You might have noticed, Biosensor did not activate during that. Because the current pilot cannot activate it. Double Zeta Gundam gets all high Mega Cannon weapons, cost 220 energy less, and require less focus. Goodbye, money. It's fine. We don't need it. Boom! Yakashiki, they were all weapon damage by 100, it makes it possible to use them after moving. So now everything's post-movement. Number 2. Final accuracy by 10%. Long rifle damage by gets 300 more damage. Vilcus! We will be using her quite a bit. Grants special ability HP recovery and EN recovery. So yeah, it is real hard to kill her. As for everyone else on her squad, I'm only going to be upgrading 2 of these. Because I don't give a shit about the rest. We will only be using them when absolutely necessary. Ranged weapon damage increased by 200. Range of all stuff is increased by 1. Notice something awful about this, though? She has 1 ranged attack. Everything else is close quarters. And it's her weakest attack. So all we do is make her weakest attack better. Yeah, not a great customized bonus yet. I believe we get better attacks later. And for the Glaive Hilda Custom, close quarters damage increased by 200, movement by 1. That's a good bonus. Skill program. We won't be increasing the skills of everyone. Let's see. Show. Fighter spirits. Focus attack. Focus over limit. Potential. Save energy. Instinct. And she gets 1 more potential. Fighter spirits. Ignore size. She's a small unit, so she can get 4 ignore size. Save energy. She'll need that later. Instinct. Focus over limit. Focus attack. All of these maggots are created equal, and most of y'all are hitting the bench and will be left behind and forgotten. Not necessarily, because like I said, we have a root split, which is going to make us use certain units. Ursha, Vivian, Hilda, here we are. Probably won't be using Hilda a ton, so I'm not going to go nuts with her. Instinct. Oops. North size. Don't you have a ridiculous skill stat? You do. Let's give you second attack. And support attack. Because she wants folks to be near her anyway, because she has commander. There we go. Okie doke. Factory! We also have a bunch of aces. Congratulations on becoming ace pilot, Hilda. I've done harder things in my life. Getting this was pretty easy in comparison. I expect nothing less from as the heart of the first squadron. Looks like it's about swooping and stealing my french fries like some sort of suicides. No, she's gonna swoop in and steal your girl. Okay? She's one of the most lesbians who's ever lesbianed. And she is aggressive about it. I guess. But if you ever find yourself in trouble 9, don't hesitate to call for me. I'll make sure you're treated well. Case in point! There is one thing. What is love exactly? Love? Fighting's what I'm good at. Ask me about that. But my research isn't about fighting. It's on love. Man, you drive a hard bargain for an android. Where do I even begin to explain it? I don't know. Please hurry, I'd like an answer. Love's complicated. You can't expect to explain it all in a sentence. I don't know if I can. Please, I really need to know about this. Just think about it for yourself. You'll figure it out. There she goes. The only thing I really learned from this conversation is that Hilda fares poorly when she's on the defensive. Which is, you know, a fair observation. Vivian! Thanks, Nine. Did you make all this? It's awesome. I did, but now it's, as you often say, quiz time. Oh my, how the tables have turned. Alright, Nine, what's your question? No, I just know I'll ace it. I hope so. Here it is. What is love? Holy! Wow, girl, you couldn't have picked a harder question to kick things off. Hard or not, a question is a question. What's your answer? What's the easiest way to put it? Take your time, we're in no rush. Except you were literally rushing everybody else. Just say, baby, don't hurt me in response. I almost said it, but I figured it'd be cliche. I think love isn't something that can be taught. You have to go out and find it for yourself somehow. Thank you, Vivian. That's a very good answer. It's clear I still have a lot of research ahead of me. Wow, that was enough to satisfy her? I thought she'd want something more specific as an android, but hey. Vivian's like, I got out of this? Wow. Ace Pilot Salia. Thanks, Nine, but to me this is just one step in a journey that has a long ways to go still. Understandable. I actually have something I'd like to discuss with you in private, seeing as though you're so diligent. What is it? If there's anything I can do for you, I'd be more than happy to help out. Everybody says that, and then they immediately regret those words. In that case, then would it be possible for me to borrow that book you keep stashed in your nightstand? I forgot about this quote-unquote plot point. Can I ask why you're so interested in that? Right now, I'm in the midst of learning about human emotions with a particular focus on love. But to get a better idea of what it really is, I need to consult a lot of outside sources, including your book, where the man and woman kiss a lot throughout it. Yeah! She likes romance novels and romance graphic novels and stuff. Wow, would you look at the time? I have to be somewhere now. Sorry, Nine, can we talk later? Thanks! But all I need is a yes or... she's gone. That could have gone better. I was sure that Sully would make a fine research partner, but now I'm back at square one, as it were. Congratulations, Ace Pilot Rosalie! Finally, a little recognition for my skills around here. It's about time. Yes, I think we're all impressed with you. I, for one, certainly didn't think you would ever progress nearly this far. Right? It's me. I totally get it. But I've got it in me. I might not stand out as much as old Hilda, but I'm hanging in there. I'm sure that if you continue to improve on this trajectory, you could become the best pilot in First Quadrant, or even the entire force. Well, at least Hilda's available for her, yeah. No, perhaps even better than that. You could be the best in the whole dimension, or even the whole universe. Possibilities are endless. They are, aren't they? I'm excited to see where I go. I'm so glad we had this talk, Nine. Now I'm really fired up. I'm not stopping until I'm the best pilot the universe has ever seen. Just you wait. Rosalie's determination and focus have helped her already come so far in a short amount of time. If she can keep it up, who knows how far she might go. It'll be really intriguing to watch her continue to grow. And we will not be using her unless required. Congratulations on becoming an ace pilot, Ursha. Wow, Nine, this is all for me? You don't have to do this. In truth, we're here in large part because there's something I've been meaning to ask you if it's okay. Of course, what is it? Could you perhaps teach me how to cook? I feel I follow every printed recipe verbatim, but for some strange reason, everybody tells me my meals aren't as good as yours. That's because the secret ingredient in mine. A secret ingredient? What is it? I put a lot of love into every bit of food I make. Uh-oh, she said the magic word. Love, I see. Thank you for explaining it to me. Anytime. I should probably get going now, though. I've got dinner ready for everybody still. All my research indicated love was a thing between people. Was it possibly a type of seasoning? I must learn more. You'll get there, Nine. Chris! That's it? I don't get any money out of this? Not for me, unfortunately. However, from what I understand, ace pilots are entitled to increased bonus whenever they down an enemy unit. And does that mean I get a raise? I'll have to talk to your superior. I can't say. You need cold, hard cash to make it in this world, so if there's a chance for me to get more, I'll take it, damn it. Thanks for having me, Nine. This was really helpful. I'm gonna go and negotiate myself that raise now. See you. From what I've gathered over the course of my research into human emotions, people need some amount of love in order to fundamentally survive. But judging from the way Chris talked, it sounds like money and love are potentially closely linked. They aren't. You're learning bad lessons from bad people. Congratulations, Judo. Did you have to put it like that? You're starting to make me blush. I must say, I'm always surprised, I suppose, by your resilience time and again. Thanks. I think it's because I have someone who's waiting for me. I have to stay alive for their sake. You're referring to Rue? Or even Play? Or Play 2? I'm sorry, I never can tell how their name is pronounced, because every time I've heard it, someone said it differently. It's nobody in the squadron, I can say that for much. I'm surprised you're being this evasive about it. I think you've got the wrong idea about just what kind of person I have in mind here. But if you have to insist, it's Lena. She matters more to me than anyone in the whole universe. Oh, so it's your younger sister. I see now. You have a sister complex. That makes sense. It's very like you to think that way. He doesn't. He doesn't. Alright, Rue. Thanks. Although, just between you and me, knowing my skills, I could kind of see this coming. I could as well. Really? Really? For one thing, number of those within the AUG with their own custom pilot suits is rather small. Only a select few have that privilege. Furthermore, unless I'm mistaken, I believe your suit is the only one with its own unique markings affixed to it, making you a minority within a minority. That's true. I didn't think of it like that. Suffice to say, now that you're an ace pilot, I plan to observe you even more closely than ever, if that's okay. The suit isn't anything that special. I'm just wearing it for today. I don't know how to break it to her that it's not that big of a deal at all. Alright, Beecha! Meh, it's not really that big of a deal to me. I know I get to this point one of these days. You've led a very rich life, having started out as a junk dealer to Shangri-La, then taking me on a leader role. Knowing that, what do you say defines you as a person most? What they do, obviously, not what they say. It's always been my approach, at least. It's a very interesting response coming from you. Very ironic, but I suppose you can still learn for it. Hey, hold on, Nine. What do you mean by ironic? Do you need me to explain the definition of irony, then? No, I get what irony is. What I need to know is why you think what I just said is ironic. You're already starting to answer your own question. I'm unsure someone so quick to anger should be a leader. I love that she kind of just twists that knife. Alright, Ellie. Thanks. I feel like an underdog pulling this off. Your combat record is very intriguing. Having fought long and hard in the first Neo-Zeon War, it is little more than an outdated Gundam Mark II. Well, in my mind, the mobile suit doesn't make the pilot. I just worked really hard to get to where I am now. I think you'll put your best foot forward for Beecha, too. He has nothing to do with my accomplishments, really. In full disclosure, I've been analyzing the power of love recently and was interested in exploring your relation. No thanks, I think I'm going to pass on that one. A lot of these end with them running away. She took off rather quickly. Seeing her be so secretive, though, just makes me feel even more compelled to figure out the power of love is. Congratulations, become the ace pilot, Ange! I realize you used to be a princess, so I understand it's not quite used to modest celebration. Nine, what are you saying? You don't have to apologize for anything. I'm just so happy it makes me speechless. Really? Yeah, the thing about royal living is that it was all handed to me on a platter. I didn't work for it. But this ace pilot title, Ellie got it because I put a lot of time and work out in the battlefield. The fact you celebrate this moment to me means a lot. Keep in mind, on your first playthrough, she's not going to be aced as soon as you get her. So this makes more sense in context later. I just feel really content with myself. I doubt I'd be able to experience this if I was still a princess. I didn't realize this would mean so much to you. It really does, Nine. Thank you so much. It's the best present you could have ever given me. Alright, locker room. I've had it with that fallen princess. She's so annoying. You agree, don't you, Hilda? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna head back to my room. These three are sort of like a Three Musketeers group. When I was listening to Ethan Steele play this game, he described them as two baby lesbians hanging out under the mama lesbian's wings because nobody fucks with the mama lesbian. To paraphrase. And that's really accurate. Leave her be, would you? Scylla's death seems to have hit her the hardest. We'll most definitely avenge her. We'll do it for Hilda, too. Is this vengeance against the dragons or vengeance against Ange? What the heck? Where did you come from? I love it when Nine does this. Rosalie, it's one of the outsiders. Please answer the question. Shut up, it's none of your business. It is my business. We are allies, after all. Allies? Don't make me laugh. I don't know if you can use mana or not, but I'm sure you still see us as lowly cattle. I have no idea what the commander is thinking. I have no intention of mixing with you. What she said. Humans that aren't human? Does not compute. Humans are more complicated than I thought. Okay, show on armor, because why not? Okie dokie! Let's also get some power parts equipped to some of our new units we'll actually be using. Ptolemaeus, I for some reason haven't given you anything. That's unusual. Let's do that. Yeah, let's give you an S adapter. Vilcus! We'll need some actual good stuff for you. Let's go to the end of the list. EFC laser. Auxiliary GN drive. Sounds good. Zeta Gundam! Bravery! Being able to use that would be nice. I just have to remember it's there. And Iron Emblem. Actually, no. Let's put Iron Emblem on you. And Prana Converter on you. No, wait. I wanted the Prana Converter. Shit. I'm mixing them up. No. Prana Converter. Where are you? And then give you another EXC laser. Sounds good. Did I ever... I did. I must have. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna save. Now, I'm gonna take like just a quick 2 to 3 minute break. Because it's hot. And come back to Nobody Mess with Mama Lesbian. It actually is the dynamic. It's one of the things that they'll talk about later. But, like, those two will literally admit that they started hanging out with Hilda so much because she was openly lesbian, but also she was such a badass, nobody would fuck with her about it. Like, people tried to make fun of her for it, and she kicked their asses. So those two were like, let's go hang out with her. And that was basically it. So anyway, I'm going to take a short 2 to 3 minute break. You folks who are watching the VOD or on YouTube, obviously you're not going to get this break. But I need to go get some drinks and some other stuff and cool off a bit because it's getting hot near my computer. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. We should have at least 2 more scenarios today, probably closer to 3. Because today's going to be a longer stream because I have a day off. So, I will catch you